are live. So, welcome to episode 19.
Wow.
Yeah, I was waiting on my yeses, so yeah, we're good. So, episode 19, yeah. Ooh, we're pushing on in. Yeah, so as usual, we have rolled for prayer. I got to find the screen with everybody on it. Bear with me. And I don't know what anyone has rolled. So
7.
11.
6.
5, 11. Joffrey?
I'm exempt. I did last week.
Oh, that's right. I guess it's me at a 17. So
Nice.
let's get after it, and yeah. So let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you and thanks and praise, for just giving us the chance to do it all over again today. Lord, we just ask that you bless this time, bless our friends, bless our families, keep everyone healthy and safe. Lord, we just ask you to be with us tonight. Use us in your plan, and yeah, we love you, and we pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so we have we got a lot to catch up on. I'm happy that we have Raja and Mara back with us tonight.
Do we get Mara back?
Oh, we have Erlin.
Excuse. Okay, you meant Rachel.
I meant Rachel. Yeah,
the person.
I'm just so used to calling them by their character names. It just happens. So we got both of them back tonight, which just honestly it warms my heart. So I'm glad you guys are back.
Me too.
Yeah. So last week, just some looting done with the dragon and its horde, and made the way back to the village. Definitely some interesting conversations had as Mara lays still restful, not in an unconscious state or anything like that. When Muriel dove into Mara's mind, she wasn't exactly met with, I think, what she was expecting. Instead, she was met with more of what she needed. Terrence had a conversation that has potential leads to his future, and as Devlin made his way back to his ship, woke up in a room sprayed with seawater. So with that is where we will pick up tonight's episode.
So before we jump in, can we just make sure that we got all the loot figured out?
Yeah, definitely. And so Kyle, I know that you reached out, kind of asking some questions. I apologize for not responding to you this week.
That's okay. After watching last week's episode, I was just like, maybe he intended on us talking about it in game.
Yep,
so.
Exactly. So I would say by this point, the group has now had their long rest for the evening. The sun begins to crest over the horizon. Devlin, on your ship, you wake, kind of rouse yourself around, and what are you doing this morning?
Well, looks and sees the seawater splattered captain's quarters. Goes, probably a good thing I decided to sleep here, not in a tent. It might be a bit of a unhappy companions. Will get out and has an order of business to take care of. Priority order of business to take care of. But we'll start to get that underway. Okay. Smirking.
So you'll be working on that for the next little bit.
Yes.
Got it. Erlen, you've made your way, kind of waking up in your familiar bed in your home village. Begin to exit your tent and kind of head towards the central proper area of the village. What are you doing this morning?
Well, Erlin would probably try to figure out where Tristna is, and then basically be like super giddy about the fact that he actually got to like go and help fight a dragon, and now they've got all these cool bones to make their village even better, and he's just like he's probably talking her ear off at this point.
Got it. Raja.
Raja, having gone to bed early last night, would be up before the dawn, training with his new weapon.
Yeah. Omaris, you spent your night in the woods, making your way back into the village towards...
Before I do that, though, I do need to give the squirrels some nuts, because we all know squirrels are actually monsters in disguise.
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
Pay
One's in
tribute.
my yard.
Pay tribute, or they will attack.
That's right. So the squirrels are fed. You're heading back into the village proper. You doing anything particular this morning?
Is the winds still picked up?
It has begun to subside.
Okay, good.
It lasted through the night, and as you look kind of out through the forest itself, you can see some dislodged, knocked down, thrown about limbs and such from the trees. Nothing major. As you come back into the village, the tents still stand. You could definitely tell at that point that the village took its time constructing these tents, kind of the palisade around some of the tents. It has held extremely well through this violent storm. The stench that you smelled coming out of the temple itself has begun to subside somewhat. There's still sort of the smell of sulfur that lingers enough in the air that you know it's there, but not quite to the point that it would make you, kind of retch at the smell of it.
Okay. I'll just make my way over to the others.
Albus, you wake to a smile on your face after spending the night hopping and jumping and telling Mara stories of Albus the Brave, who faced a red dragon and lived to tell the tale. What are you doing this morning?
I'm just checking to see if Mara has woken up, checking on Muriel, how she's doing. Writing in my journal, and I'll pull out, I think I'm going to pull out the flute and try my hand at it.
Okay. Make a performance check.
Eight.
8. Not quite as bad as a kindergartner with a recorder. But not quite... That's right. Not quite like listening to Yanni, however.
Yeah, I got tweaking to do. I got to work on it a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe just a smidge.
To be fair, it's an instrument that's been in a dragon's hoard for God knows how long.
That's
it's probably got some dust.
Yeah. Maybe knock the cobwebs out.
I clean it out, maybe oil it up.
You You inhale a spider.
You inhale a spider, make a con save.
Right?
Sorry.
Muriel,
Okay. Yes.
you also wake up, not quite with the full smile that Albus has, as the answers that you were seeking weren't necessarily the answers that you got. There's still an inner warmth within you. But with that inner warmth also is a sense of conflict. As almost as if two sides of your conscience are fighting. What are you doing this morning?
I'm marinating on what that conflict actually means to me. I, as a person who never really bothered with deity, reached out to one for the very first time. And didn't get what I expected, much less what I asked for. And then the other part of me is like, well, what did you expect? You're hardly a follower. You hardly ascribe to that, the obedience that Terrence would. I mean, he's given that deity his life and gets power in return. You give them nothing but belligerence and questions and conflict. Why would you expect him to answer you? And as I peel open the tent with my hot cup of something caffeinated in hand, the first beams of light from the sun illuminate my face, and I'm drawn back to that moment in Mara's mindscape. And despite the conflict, I feel this sense of I don't have to have. There's this nagging sense of I may not have all the answers, but somebody out there does. And whatever he's doing, if he's as powerful as Terrence thinks him to be, he's probably got it under control, with or without mine. And that brings a degree of comfort, even though my personality is not one of giving over control easily. So I just drink my tea, and I let the sun hit me, and I wake up to Albus quacking into a flute.
I like to think you even see like Mara's face wince just a little bit.
Omaris comes rushing over thinking that something died in there.
Something is in the process
Come
of
on,
dying.
okay, it's not quite that bad. I'm not that.
Wondering if someone hurt themselves.
It was an 8, not a 2.
A natural one.
No, that would awaken the dead. What do you mean?
No, yeah. Be glad you didn't roll a 1, buddy.
The dragon resurrects.
Oh, I just looked at the map.
Oh wait, I'm not even in roll 20. I'm an idiot. Hang on.
I just booted it up and saw the map.
So. Devlin, as we make our way back to you,
Good gosh.
I'm assuming enough time for your preparations have been had.
Yes.
Would you go ahead and explain to the group what they
So,
might encounter?
I'd say as Omaris comes up and is complaining about Albus, well, that pipe was enough to wake the dead. You all hear and feel a sonic boom as you hear a cannon fire.
I had to open my mouth.
I instinctively duck and summon twin Eldritch blasts in my hand. and look at you. What on earth was that?
Quite sure. Where did it come from?
Sounds like it came from the beach, the shoreline.
Something explode by all around the beach.
So
Devlin, I know what cannon fire sounds like.
No, Devlin's not there.
yeah, he's
Oh,
not
Devlin's
there
not there.
yet. No,
He's on.
He's still on the boat. So at this point,
Okay, then I am continuing to. I'm talking to our members.
Tristna makes her way out of the northernmost tent and is just like freaked out at this point, and she's just, what on earth is this?
Second cannon fire.
Good.
That's why I think we should just start
Alright.
approaching the beach.
Your fish
Yeah, I think
friend
we're
is
gonna-
having some issues.
Yeah.
I'm not turning.
We'll just be right back. Give me a minute, and I activate my telepathy for as a class ability, and I bellow into Devlin's mind. Is everything okay? If you're engaging in something this early, you could at the very least tell us.
With your telepathy, does it allow a response back?
Yeah, you can communicate.
Well, what are you doing in my head? It's reserved
Yeah,
for only
hi.
me and Ganda.
We heard cannon fire, so, yeah, I just
Oh,
took liberty.
sorry about that. I was saying good morning to Ganda. I had to take care of something. I had to
You say
think
good morning to your patron with explosives.
Not normally. I couldn't fit the thing with cannon the first time, and the rope disintegrated, so I had to use chain for a second one. I'll explain when I get on.
Are you telling us all
Thank
this?
you. Is that all of the cannon fire we can expect?
Hold on. Yeah, I think so. I think it took.
Fabulous. Do come on to the island for breakfast, so
Good.
we can hear why in the nine hells you're firing off cannons at basically dawn.
If you see Terrence, can you tell him I know about the ship? Cuts off the communication.
Well,
Well, what was it?
So
it was apparently something to do with his patron. Nothing to be alarmed about.
Okay.
Krishna, we're very sorry for having disrupted your day.
So, as the second cannon fire kind of still rings in your ears, Mara, as you lay in your not quite somewhere between unconscious and conscious state, you kind of start to have another kind of an out-of-body experience. When you're back in that very familiar, almost cathedral-like setting.
Oh boy, this again. I look around and see if I can find anybody or figure out why I'm back here, basically.
As you begin a walk, kind of the center of this cathedral, what seems like it should take no time to get to the front seems to expand in front of you, where 10 rows turns into 100 in an instant. And it continues to go. For every step you take, it's like you're walking forward but walking backwards at the same time, as the front just continues to grow further and further.
I think Mara would probably start running to see if she can, like, eventually get to the front.
As you break out into what could only be described as a full-blown sprint, where you gain ground, you still manage to lose a bit. And in this, you find yourself becoming more and more frustrated with every single step that you take. Suddenly, as you look down, your warhammer is in your hand.
Am I supposed to? Well, like, I guess if she was getting frustrated, she would probably like try to get out a different way. So maybe she would try and like smash a hole in the floor or do something to like get out of whatever this is, basically.
Make a strength check for me.
21.
21. As you rear back and slam your hammer into the floor, almost burying your hammerhead into the floor, a shockwave ripples throughout the room. And suddenly what had become 100, 200, 300 rows is suddenly brought back. And you find yourself at the altar.
Okay.
As you sit there kind of glancing around, that familiar figure that you saw before, shining and bathed in light, a faceless figure, slowly begins to descend the stairs towards you.
And she would probably just stand there and wait for him to, or whatever it is, to get to her, because she knows that he's not particularly threatening by any means.
So he now stands right before you, hands outstretched and on your shoulders. A sense of warmth, a sense of happiness, a sense of freedom kind of flows through your body. And for the briefest moments, as you look at this faceless form, you feel like you might have seen him smile, just at you.
I think she would probably be looking at what would be his face, and if she felt that, then she would probably smile back unconsciously. Just kind of waiting for whatever it is that he's going to do or say.
In the back of your mind, the conversation is slowly starting to filter its way in. As this faceless figure begins speaking to you. Mara, my child. Your anger and rage they're of no use to you in the form that they were. You can use those for so much more. And you can do these things for me.
But why? Who are you?
You will find out soon enough. All you have to do is seek. Seek and you will find. Search out your golden friend. He will tell you.
The dragon one or the human one?
Roll a persuasion check. That's actually a great question. And it took me a minute. I'm like, oh, there are two golden ones.
Would you say a persuasion?
Yeah.
11.
Luckily, not a tough one. And he's not even going to tell you the one with the sword and shield, as I originally had considered, because that would have been even better.
Even more vague.
Right.
Almost had a moment, and then like a balloon just.
Yeah. Yep. So, as this figure takes his hands from your shoulders, begins to slowly walk away.
So he's not going to tell me?
Give it a minute. Building suspense here.
Okay. Sorry. She's over here like, what?
He looks over what I would consider his shoulder and says, "Seek the one that I spoke to last night." As he walks up the altar again, slowly vanishing. Mara. At that moment, your eyes pop open, and what seems like a dead body now is sitting up, almost in a cold sweat.
Just cannon fire.
So Mara pops up from bed and she's like, oh, where am I? Oh, what is that awful noise? Who was he talking to? I don't understand.
I just can't get this thing to work.
And she looks over and she sees Albus messing with the flute, and she's like, "Oh my gosh! I've been looking everywhere for y'all. Albus, I'm so excited to see you." And she like runs and gives him a big hug.
When I see you coming towards me, I go, "Ah!" And I just leap for you, and we kind of meet in the middle. I'm really short, so you kind of have to bend down, and it's really awkward. But it's
she would probably just like squat down and like pick you up, and just like, and she'll just be like, "I'm so happy to see you."
Oh, you're awake! Oh, thank the goodness.
At this
Can I hear commotion?
At this point, anyone that would be around the fire would have heard Albus screaming that Mara is awake.
Raja would.
I dash.
Hearing the commotion, Raja's coming back to the camp to see what's going on.
So Mara gently sets him down, and he's like, "Okay, where are we? What is going on? I am terribly confused."
All right, we have so much to catch up on. You wouldn't believe it. We killed a dragon.
What?
Ah, and we lived. Nobody died. It was amazing. It was scary as all get out, but it was amazing afterwards. Oh man, we have so much to tell you. But Muriel really needs to talk to you. I'm 100% sure. Muriel!
I'm dashing towards the tent. Where are we? Where is the tent?
The one that's immediately to the left there. Like
Gotcha.
30 feet from you. So within seconds, you are bursting through the front flaps of the tent.
And I'm greeted by this sight of two of my friends embracing, and I join the hug because I don't know what else to do.
And Mara starts jumping up and down, and she's just like, did this actually work? Did we actually do it?
We did.
Ah!
Well,
She's
we still haven't found the gold dragon, but at least we killed the red one.
I meant get rid of my anger, but I'm really excited for you guys to. I want to hear all about this like red dragon thing. Like I feel like I missed a lot.
I don't know. Have you tried to, get angry?
Woke up like 3 seconds ago, Muriel.
I know. I'm just saying we need proof positive that it worked.
Can I
How do you
roll
feel?
something to see if I figured out exactly who it was I was supposed to talk to?
We will.
It wasn't.
We will. So we will come back to that.
The moment Muriel asks Mara that question about getting mad, Raja will walk in the tent and be like, "So, you're back from the dead."
What? And are you gonna tell me that you killed the dragon, and that that still only counts as one? Just so you know.
I cannot claim that victory. I cannot claim that honor.
Ah! I knew it.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Muriel's actually the one that got the last blow. She did awesome.
Really?
I did almost none of the work, but somehow reaped the rewards.
Wow. That's
I'll be
amazing.
honest. It was pretty good.
I did, however, ride the dragon in flight.
Oh,
I
you
will
should
say
have
that.
seen him. He rodeoed that dragon into submission.
That was pretty cool.
And Albus here, despite not being really able to do much fire stuff, really made his presence known as well.
Yeah,
Terrence?
well, I kind of hid under a statue, but anyway.
But that moment that you came out, like, I mean, I felt something.
It was.
Terrence was a big idiot, and he went and ran and smacked it with his sword like that was going to do anything. But it was still pretty funny to watch.
It was incredible, darling. I wish you had been there.
I mean,
We could have used you, frankly.
There was these things called that we've dubbed swole. What was it? Swole bolts?
They're
Yeah,
not
that
bolts.
was-
They're more beefy.
Yeah, it was really weird because they're the same species that Better Deck was, but they were red and they were like, there was no neck. They were just like pecs and like skinny little waists and skinny little legs. They obviously skipped leg day, but like, and their arms were this thick. They were just like, boom, boom. It was really weird, but they were super powerful.
Yeah, we went through a few waves of those, if I recall.
Mara's just smiling and like loving every minute of like all the descriptions because it sounds so ridiculous, but like we've been through a lot, so like I'm sure it's all true, that kind of thing.
Oh, and we're rich now.
What do you mean?
Oh, honey.
You'll
Yeah.
find out.
So much money.
I've never seen this much money in my life. I'm telling you, if I went home with this, people would have shrooms growing out their ears. Envy. It would be it would be really a sight to see. You know what? I could go swimming in this. That's what I should have done. Oh man, we were there. I should have gone swimming in the coins before we picked them up. That would have been a story to tell.
I mean, we could put them in a pile, and then you could just jump in them like a pile of leaves.
We
I
have
like
time.
that. Uh, Anyway, I'm really happy you're back. We definitely missed you. You could have definitely used you for sure.
Well, it sounds like you guys did amazing without me. So, I mean, I'm really excited
Don't
for
say
you guys.
that. I wouldn't go that far, but we managed.
Yeah.
It's good to
The
have you back.
new guy actually didn't do too bad either. He's got some tricks up his sleeve. Apparently, he was like a pirate once or something. You know what? We need to ask more questions about that.
We
Anyways, yeah. I don't know if you heard the explosions, but he's also firing random cannons off. I don't know if that's going to be a morning thing like normal, because that would be. I don't know if I would be okay with that. We might have to have a discussion about that. But
If you're gonna have a discussion, I think at this point Devlin will have finally made it into the camp. I can have it to my... Sees Mara.
What's that look for?
Is she okay? The last time she saw me, she wanted to kill me.
She's
Seems
good.
fine.
he seems good.
From the sounds of it, one of your cannons probably like jolted me awake. So,
Oh,
I owe you a thanks.
goody, I'll let Ganda know. Oh, sorry. I had to give Ganda his eyeball.
Gander is like his turtle dragon thing. I don't fully understand it.
Muriel has a
you
weird
shot-
tentacle thing. I have a sea dragon.
Oh. So you had to shoot the eyes through the cannon?
Yeah, well, see, Ganda lives in the deep, and he requested the eye of the dragon. I'm keeping one eye, which reminds me, I need to talk with Trishna. I need to hold up the other eye. I want to preserve this and put it on my belt. Anyways, I had to shoot Ganda's eye, but the rope attached to it frayed with the first cannon shot, so I had to go get chain and tie it and fire a second cannon shot to actually launch it into the ocean.
So you were fishing for your turtle friend?
No, making a delivery.
What? I don't understand cannon talk. Apparently, I don't understand the chain.
I believe he shot the eye of this dragon in a cannon as homage to his patron.
No, the cannonball tied the eye to a cannonball, launched the cannonball sinks, takes eye into the deeps. Ganda gets his eye.
If
The eye
this is
wasn't
what
destroyed
having
by the force of inertia.
if this
That
is
must be-
what if this is what having a patron is like, I'm not sure I want to ever solidify that deal.
I mean, he did tell
And
me
I
that
thought-
this...
I thought Terrence's rituals were strange.
Oh no, that's not a ritual. It's just something I thought about this morning. Like, how am I going to get this eye to Ganda? I know.
Is that the
Wait,
way?
Mara, there's the body outside, so we could totally like show. Come on, why don't you come look at it? Come
Yes,
on.
come.
Yes, I want to see this big dragon that y'all just like demolished.
We're gonna. I'll take her by the hand, like, and walk her out.
Ready, right, and assuming Terrence and I are still outside.
What's that?
Ready, right, and assuming both Terrence and I are still outside.
Yeah, at this point, Terrence would have gotten up, come out to the kind of village proper. I imagine he would have also joined in the celebration of seeing more, especially as she kind of made her way out of the tent. He definitely would have shared a smile.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
Perception. Ooh. 6.
Everything seems pretty normal as you walk out of the tent.
I'm too excited to see this dragon that Albus wants to show me, so
So as you walk outside of the tent, and
Wait,
Albus.
hold on. Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
I approached her with Tony around. I said, "Hey, you're finally awake."
Egg nabbit.
I'm sorry,
That's-
I did not.
That's a Skyrim reference.
Someone had to do it. No one did it.
Someone had to do it.
So I'm going to address the elephant in the room that she's been out for 3 days. By the way, you were out for 3 days.
Has it really been 3 days?
Yeah.
3 very
Oh.
long and excruciating.
Oh my
days,
gosh.
Donna.
Oh.
And we were a little bit worried about you.
I'll go get you some water.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I sincerely doubt by the tests I ran that it was your fault. I take
And-
responsibility.
I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna punch Muriel in the hip with my 0 strength, so it doesn't hurt at all. But it's like,
I know.
Muriel, it worked. Stop beating yourself up. She's here.
Yes.
She's awake. We're good.
Well, but
We
how
should let you
damaged
beat her
is
up.
she?
Well, she seems fine.
Yes,
Guess
well,
we'll find out when we fight something again. See
I mean, she
what
doesn't want to
happens.
punch my face in, so progress.
Now,
every little
I mean-
improvement.
So, Mara, as Albus leads you out like a child rushing to go to the park, you turn to the north and you see this massive face staring at you. The
Massive
face, the face of the dragon that is, even at a distance, still just seems massive.
I'm moving my token.
As
Wow.
the group makes its way closer to the dragon, the villagers are hard at work already, only stopping for the brief moment of 2 cannonballs being fired. They're working their way through scale, hide, bone, meat, sinew.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part. What'd you say?
Just meat and
Needed.
sinew. From within the dragon, you hear, "Oh, I think we found it!"
The egg.
Oh my gosh, he was being literal.
Can I determine from what orifice, carved or natural, this dragon that sound came from?
It'd be pretty obvious as it kind of lays on its side. There's a massive slit that's been done horizontal and vertical, and they have basically like staked the sides, basically opening the dragon like a tent, if you will.
Ew. Oh, gross.
Or
Okay.
tauntaun, for those of you that would get that.
Star Wars.
oh my god, the smell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, we'll find it
Worse
out.
on the inside and the outside.
Just for I guess my entertainment. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
oh no.
Can't be the worst thing I smell.
You know what?
26.
Nat 20 for
4.
22.
No.
Dirty 20.
Amaris.
Amaris,
You're the
Oh
Like,
no!
even being the most,
Oh no!
I would say, educated of this species of the group and
I
everything
feel like
that
I
you've
should
been
give him
through,
the advantage.
for some reason, as you get closer, like you find yourself kind of green in the gills a little, as the smell kind of overtakes you. Kind of have to run off a bit behind one of the tents and Well, let's just say you might need
Did
to
he
eat
roll?
breakfast again.
Well,
You
No.
make your
Second
back to
breakfast.
here. Second breakfast, yes.
That's right.
Okay, so I rolled a 14. Am I good?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay,
It
good.
was a very low DC, so the fact that anyone failed it actually kind of surprised me. Actually,
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 3 with a +1.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Having been nearly swallowed in the first barrage of attacks from this dragon.
No, I would
The most resistant.
I would assume that if I'd rolled a 1, I probably would have taken damage.
Amaris says, as you make your way behind the tent, Terrence can't help but overhear you upchucking as he joins you.
Oh no! Oh no!
So, like, like father, like son, except flip the other way around. Your dad.
Albus is definitely smirking because Terrence is so much better in everything else than this. He's growing up on Albus is feeling great right now.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Like,
without a
not
doubt,
me
like,
yet.
Albus, you're just like, you are, like, right there, basically holding the flaps of the dragon, just kind of peering in. As you kind of all make your way towards the dragon, suddenly this face covered in just this viscous goo pops its head out of the dragon and goes, "Ah, good morning! I believe you guys might be looking for this." And he outstretches his hand, and with the size of a little bigger than a football, yet a little smaller than a rugby ball, this flaming red egg sits in his hands.
That looks like the golden one that Terrence liked to hang on to. Does Terrence still have that? Hey, Terrence! Oh.
I'll take the egg, I guess. Since our dragon expert and the normal leader are both up checking, I'll take it.
So,
Let's put that one in the opposite bag of holding from
Yeah.
the gold one.
I think
Who's holding that, by the way?
Terrence has the first one. Roger, don't you have the second one?
Yeah, I think that's what we did.
It's not in my inventory, but I just remember it last week
Yeah.
being discussed. So
well,
I
at,
will
We
add
gave
it-
one to
I-
you and we gave one to Terrence
Yeah.
because that way one of you gets pickpocketed.
all right, I will add it to my inventory then. And
I'll
the egg.
give you the egg then, because yeah.
Before, do you mind?
What does Gander have to say about that?
That's the thing. Last night, Gander talked to me. Told me to find eggs, plural.
Yes, that makes sense because there used to be a bunch of dragons, and Maris had said that the dragons when they die they have eggs somewhere. So they're usually and Red here said that he slaughtered all the other dragons, so I assume their eggs had to go somewhere.
And
So is this one of those things where we gotta find, like, all the colors?
I don't
Wanna
Is
be
that
know.
what that
The
means?
very best.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
remember the amulet that we found from the first batch of kobolds and swobolds?
Devlin produces it. Aye,
It
this-
has all 4 colors.
Red, blue, black, and green.
Didn't
No
they?
gold.
Didn't Tristana say that this temple used to have gold and silver dragons? Wouldn't the eggs we'd be looking for be more gold and silver?
I would have thought. I thought it was just the gold. I didn't know there was a silver dragon involved as well.
Searching
only
back
been
in
about-
my memories, and I have silver.
It's only been about 2 months. Sorry.
right?
Devlin will hand Raja the red egg to put into the bag of holding.
And I take it and place it in the bag of holding. How much do you think this egg weighs? About 3 pounds? Ish?
would have
Somewhere
one that's a
somewhere
5.
between 3 and 5, I'd imagine.
I'll go 4.
Is this egg smaller than the gold one?
Roughly the same size.
Can Terrence and Omaris hear them with what they're saying?
At this point, no.
Okay.
They're far enough away that you wouldn't be able to hear, and then over the sound of you both, like, hacking.
So I'm confused because last I remember, which was apparently a long time ago, we were looking for golden dragons. Why are we suddenly looking for eggs?
Here's why. And I catch her up.
Breakfast.
Over breakfast?
There we go. Yep. Grab breakfast and catch her up.
All right.
Like breakfast for some of us.
So, as the group makes their breakfast, sits around the fire, filling Mara in on all the happenings of the last several days.
Albus is going to be he's super excited to be alive. So he's full on, just like he was last night. He's just animated. He's telling the whole story. He's really falling into his Arctic storytelling ability that he's been developing, and just, doing the interpretive dance and acting out parts and everything. Very entertaining.
Mara's loving every second of it. She's like smiling and she's just like, "You've gotten so strong. Like I'm really proud of you. This is really exciting."
Well, I actually have hope. We're not going to die, on this thing. I thought we saw if we went after this dragon, we were dead for sure. But we lived through one, so we might live through another.
I kind of smile at Albus and I say, ever since you learned how to heal, I feel like your personality has brightened somewhat.
I'm going to get a little bit shy at that and kind of look at Mara and be like, yeah. I kind of learned something new, and I can do some actually kind of cool stuff, kind of like Better Duck. It makes me feel like I'm helping rather than just burning things down.
She's really excited about that. I don't know what else to say. Sorry.
And we move on and continue the story.
Oh, as breakfast is finished, you're joined at the fire by the very familiar Tristna, who hands over several pieces of equipment, because that was a hard word to remember. Sorry.
Okay.
Terrence is handed back his shield that has now been imbued with a few of the scales. Devlin, your ensemble, if you will, they have finished it. Same with Albus.
What would that be? Don, do you have that yet, or you want to text me later?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, I will, because I think most of these I'm probably going to have to go in and build, so they'll be done by maybe next session. We'll see.
Devlin's is fine. His is just dressing on his existing coat.
Would they have been able to fulfill Raja's request as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Amaris' little dagger request.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they would.
Was there enough wing material to make everyone cloaks in the party by chance?
There would have been, yes, yeah.
Perfect.
Am I still in like beige whatever right now?
You're basically
You
in
left
a
your-
you're basically in a potato sack if that's what you're asking.
The horror.
Well, I look down and I realize that I'm not wearing my beautiful kimono, and I'm like, wait, where did it go? I loved that thing.
It's back where you were convalescing. If you'd like, I'll help you get it on. I'm sure there's like the OB part that's like hard to draw how to do if you're not doing it with a friend.
And she's like, yes, but give me a minute. And she's gonna like try and get most of it on herself first.
Sure.
Yeah.
Raja tries on his new helmet, which, for a visual, is custom fit for his head, and he has horns protruding from the skull, from the helm itself. Picture Hellboy horns. I'm talking fully
Nice.
grown. So,
Dick.
and the whole party will have fire resistant cloaks with DM's permission.
Dick. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll go well with my.
So either find
Fire
them in the Beyond inventory, or I might have to make them. So at least with that one, the helmet, I'll probably have to make
Helmet's
it.
just aesthetic.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So at this point, we're probably. It's probably early afternoon by the time you guys kind of finish up the morning festivities, catching Mora up. Erlin has kind of gone off back with his villagers, helping them begin to dismantle pieces of the dragon and have started laying out kind of pieces of the bone to be cleaned so that they can be laid in the sand to give it that bleached color as they appear to enjoy to do with all the skulls that they have around the village.
They most certainly have an aesthetic, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Devlin, you mentioned that Jorman Gander said something about finding the eggs for these dragons. Do you have any, like, do you know what we're supposed to do with them when we find them, or where we're supposed to look?
As always, Gander's very vague. He just said, find the eggs and to bring them to him. My theory, he didn't offer anything other than that. He resides in the deep. The deep. Not much going on down there, so it's one of the few places that, given that Omeris says that these dragon eggs, things are drawn to them, both fair or foul. So the abyss could be a place to suspend and hide these dragons away, these eggs away, so they can't, considering it's total guesswork at this point. I don't know where to look. I'll ask Gander, if he's going to tell me. I have a feeling he wants us to collect these nasty dragon eggs and then literally bury them in the abyss when they can never hatch and never be used for evil again, under the watchful eye of an ancient sea turtle dragon.
Weren't some of these eggs going to be like, if the eggs of the dragons who lived here before, weren't they gold and silver? Weren't those the good ones?
In theory, yes. Again, I am merely the puppet that says what he says, which was, find the eggs and bring them to me. He didn't specify which eggs. I'm just assuming the not great eggs, considering I was activated to go against this nasty dragon plot business. I understand that does not answer your question in the slightest.
Omaris,
Yes.
what does it take to hatch a dragon egg? Like maybe would Dormonger maybe need the eggs to hatch them, or do they hatch another way, or does a dragon have to hatch them, or I don't know. You know anything about that?
Should I roll for that?
Um, I would say. I would probably say at this point, maybe within your studies, you would probably have heard stories of dragon eggs hatching, but nothing specific.
Okay.
Nothing where it's like, go set them in a fire and they'll hatch, or put them under a big ass chicken and they'll hatch.
Find a cockatrice, put it under the cockatrice. There you go.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes. Someone polymorphs into a chicken.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no definite answer for that, as there's only rumors and speculations.
So Mara trying to like take this all in. She's like, so there's a chance that looking for this golden dragon to defeat Vagnagoth was just a wild goose chase? Like, are we gonna have to do this ourselves? Or I mean, you guys already like pretty much kicked this dragon's behind, obviously. I
We
mean,
got lucky.
who's to say we can't do that again?
Just because we're stronger doesn't mean our enemy isn't aware that we are coming.
And we
I
just
I
killed.
gesture at Devlin and I say, hold up that amulet again. There's something to the fact that they're all on the same amulet. I don't know if they know each other, are working to some nefarious end together, how loose or tight this alignment between them may be, if it even exists, but I don't trust the fact. We must assume the worst.
I think somebody knows. If I was a betting man, you don't put your visage on an amulet like this unless there's some serious business going down. If even some random mage in a tower can sense, oh, a red dragon just died somewhere, a dragon that says, oh, there was a red dragon that we put in charge of taking care of a golden dragon nest, and they're now dead. No one else knew about this, and now one egg is missing, now a dragon is dead.
So you're saying that Vagnagoth knows what happened?
Or those that might be trying to summon Devlin has not heard the name, so he is.
Neither has
he doesn't know how to
Omaris.
pronounce it.
Oh, that's true.
Someone has a number, or at least knows we're coming.
Don
We have.
Vagnagoth is stronger by far than the dragon we face.
Pardon me, who is Vagnagoth?
Oh yeah, you keep mentioning this name too.
Word vomit.
Oh.
Bad business is what he is.
That's why.
Is he a dragon?
So, we have encountered one dragon before this.
Oh,
we know him as Donovan, who we thought was human, but he was a dragon in human form. However that works. Black dragon, real mean, real. He kind of destroyed our home continent, or at least a good portion of it. But we kind of ran into him when he was apparently trying to summon a demigod black dragon called Vagnaroth.
After Albus says Black Dragon, Omaris will pull out the sketchbook that he found and flip to that last page and say, like this one?
I don't know. Does it look like what we saw with Donovan, or any of the symbology that we saw for Vagnaroth?
It absolutely does. As you all stare at the sketched pages of this book, a tremendous black dragon etched with ancient runes, kind of jewelry adorned horns, you definitely get a sense of this is Vathnagoth before he was banished from this plane.
Yeah, and I tell them all about what I've read from the books and whatnot that I found about, at least what I think I know about how he was demigod who ruled over part of the continent, and how he was chased down by that group of adventurers and heroes who eventually was able to banish him and uh, kind of lock him out of our plane of existence, basically. And then what we as a group assume that Donovan is trying to do with the portals.
You recall the portal we found when Donovan transformed? Do you recall the portal we once again found? Wherein I got a brush of contact with my would-be patron.
So you have any kind of stake in this fight? It's clear now that points at the image of Vathnagoth. This is why Gander activated me. After 18 years of nothing. Does your patron have any stake in this, or is it content to... If Vathnagoth stays sealed or not, there's no means to him.
We don't have what you would call a typical relationship. And I am loath to invite contact with him further, lest he more strenuously make use of me or require more of me than I'm willing to give. As it is, I prefer not to poke that bear.
Like me with my pirate lord father. Good point.
Pardon?
I beg your pardon?
Hang on, there's something in my ear. Say that again.
You knew the pirate lord?
I don't
Torn-
know. Why don't you enlighten me?
I don't believe you mentioned this before.
Oh, I did. I mentioned Tornsail.
Yeah, the father part though, that was not mentioned.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm struggling with.
Sorry, poor choice of words. Poor choice of words. He became an adoptive father of sorts. Not the literal father. Adoptive father.
Oh,
But
I had one of those too.
Point being, he and I have the kind of same relationship, I guess, that you and your patron have. Where it's, I technically do and technically don't, and I don't want to poke that bear with a stick if I don't have to. So, forgive my questioning with your patron. Now that I understand the connotation, I understand.
No, it's valid because I utilize the heck out of everything that being in his service would entail, but for some reason he has never presented me with a contract. He's never asked anything of me. He's never reached out. He's either locked away somewhere he can't find me or cannot get to me, or he's planning something for the worst possible time.
Or you're doing everything he's already wanting you to do.
Oh, gods help us all if that's the case. So we will be not poking the bears together. And I hold out my hand.
It's not. Yeah. Except mine's on this plane of existence.
Hells. I don't know where mine is.
Yes. All this to say, I can ask Gander regarding Albus and Omas with the context of the eggs and where he thinks the next one could be, but what do the eggs have to play with summoning this Vathnagoth? Or how can they help us counter?
They are an energetic transference, are they not? It's clearly not a biological transference, it's an egg from a male dragon. So whatever these eggs are metaphysically can be dissolved, used energetically in another way. Perhaps he needs these eggs to power his return.
and giving eggs to an ancient sea turtle dragon for safekeeping and guarding as a deterrent could theoretically stop that, or at least make him think twice.
Because I would much rather just deal with Donovan rather than wait until this whole deal is done and then the guy shows up. So
Yeah, let's prevent.
I feel like our best course of action is preventative. So yeah.
I agree. I look at Devlin and I critically eye him and say, I get that you have a reason for trusting your patron. Jormungandr clearly means something to you, but is he trustworthy enough to have hold of four incredibly powerful artifacts and keep them safe from a demigod?
I wish I could give you a straight answer, but the thing is, Jormungandr first started talking to me literally a month ago, after 18 years after our bargain was struck. Silence. So I don't know that much.
Might I add, do we have any better options anyway, other than his patron?
Do you want to go
He
against
is the point being, you do raise a point. No, I don't know. I hope he is. I mean, he, through circumstances, led me to you and gave me the information that led us to this island to deal with this dragon. And, well,
If he activated you after having you asleep essentially for 18 years, I say asleep in quotes, obviously not really. This is important to him. I suggest we take caution, is all. And like O'Mara said, what if we were presented with an alternative, an equally reliable choice? How would Gander take to being defied?
Well, for now, we don't even have the egg, so we cross that bridge.
Yeah, we only have 2, so
Are we giving him the gold?
Why don't we find the other ones first? I think that's kind of my point.
I'm not really comfortable handing anybody over any of the eggs, personally. I think they're safer within the party. That's just my opinion.
Until something that we can't deal with comes looking for said egg. Again, we're on a time crunch. Something knows this dragon's dead. Reinforcements will be inbound to some degree. If they realize what we're after, we might be running out of time and capacity. Not to disagree with you, Raja, just letting you know, full cards on the table, we have a very small window where we can act with impunity before we're out of our league entirely and the jig is up.
If they're tracking this egg, let's say this red dragon was allied with the other dragons on the map.
It would make no sense as
Unlikely.
It would make no sense as dragons typically would not align themselves with each other. They're too greedy.
Paris, explain this then. This medallion. 4 chromatic dragons on the same. How ancient looking is this? We actually haven't really looked at it. Is it ancient? Is it newer?
Make an investigation check.
Is there a made in China mark on the back? Like,
Are there
I think
any
we
runes?
established that it's adult.
Made in Eberron.
Please.
Is there any runes that indicate that it's magical?
So a 15.
I'll guide you.
There you go. Add a what, D4?
1d4.
17.
17. From what you could tell, it's not new, like shiny new, but it's definitely not worn enough to be considered like super old.
Okay.
So I would say you would venture a guess that it's somewhere between maybe 25 to 50 years old at best.
I wish I
Like
could
that
explain
number
it.
is familiar. We learned some sort of history about something happened, or maybe I'm putting something else. Anyway, continue. I'm like, look.
I can't explain that at all, actually. It doesn't make any sense that dragons would ally with each other.
First time for everything.
If so, may the gods help us all.
So, Amaris,
Did you all hear that?
Wait, was that for real?
I did hear that, and I did not like that.
As you all kind of
Clever.
stand there speaking, I need everybody to make a perception check.
Dear.
5.
11.
24.
21.
Get it, Amaris.
Hold on a second.
Made up
Got
for
a-
the con save.
I got a 9. I'm apparently busy in my own.
22.
Get it, Raj.
From all around the central point of the village, the beating of wings can be heard as several creatures land scattered amongst the village. Not quite as big as, obviously, the big massive dragon that lays dead. But not exactly tiny either. Bear with me a second here.
I think the jig is up already.
I think you might be right.
Just woke up.
Okay.
As
Well, I hope you're feeling stretched.
as the group
Hold up the more time
stands,
stretching.
8
Doing deep squats.
wormling-sized red and black dragons land kind of surrounding you.
Is my
And-
my new leather armor give my AC up any than?
yeah, it would
13.
definitely bump you up by at least 2, I would imagine. And if I'm wrong, we'll fix it next time.
I am
For
really glad
giggles?
I said I was gonna go get my kimono
Yeah,
on.
you have your kimono on.
Because we don't have the built out cloaks yet, I just added a ring of fire resistance. That's something commonly found in
I'll
D&D
do the
Beyond
same.
as a placeholder,
Yeah.
and to
Hey,
ensure that
and as a placeholder for that dagger, what do I add?
I would probably say like a dagger plus 1.
Okay.
So, everybody needs to roll initiative.
All right.
My kimono is beautiful red.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
Perfect.
as a reminder, after we faced Vathnagoth and Donovan for the first, or sorry, when we faced Donovan for the first time, I bought us all acid resistance
19.
potions. Now might be the time to use them.
You use what?
Our acid resistance potions.
I don't have one of those.
Do I have one?
You should.
Hey, Devlin.
We would have picked up Butterduck's spare off of his. Would we have picked up Butterduck's
Nope.
spare?
Nope.
It would have been in
Everything
the
that was
bag.
everything that was on Better Duck disintegrated.
Yep.
It would have been in the bag of holding, I believe, because we're not carrying them on our person, right?
Wait,
I'm
not
so
su- I'm not sure if we were at the time, but we are now. At one point, it was distributed. The potions were distributed.
I have it in my inventory. All right.
in the midst of all of this, would y'all have like shown me the belt of Hill Giant Strength, or is that not a thing still?
Yeah, I would say over breakfast we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mara, go with Devlin. I got with Raja. Muriel with Terrence.
Oh shoot! I have to
Oh.
roll for Terrence. I'm like, why is Terrence not rolling?
Could just open Chrome roll for him. Sorry, Firefox. He uses Firefox for some weird reason.
I love Firefox, and my computer currently won't support it.
Let's see. Terrence is at
I have to
8.
use that stupid Microsoft Edge. Driving
Until
me
we get the
idiot.
cloaks, I will too just do a ring of fire resistance.
So, what does the potion do specifically?
Potion of acid resistance grants you damage to acid. Like if you get hit by acid, half damage.
Devlin, what did
Rather
you
than
roll? And Mara, what did you roll?
Devlin was
rolled-
uncharacteristic. A 19.
Oh,
You roll below a 20?
right.
No, usually Devlin is rolling in the single digits. He's nearly the last few times.
Well,
Oh,
then
man.
you and I must have switched because Raja rolled a 7, and that was with advantage.
Right.
Oof.
Mara,
Rolled a
what you at?
9.
9?
9. Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, Devlin,
Goody.
as these winged beasts land and begin just kind of hissing and roaring, you were up first.
Really?
Yeah.
Eh,
It was a 3-way tie for first. You just ended up first.
Okay. So we're all outside by the fire right here.
Yeah.
Spins the war pick. Well, if we're going to declare war, let's give him a war, Gander. And hearing Albus Mara stay with Devlin, he's not going to move forward, but he's just going to, in Draconic, call out, "Care to join your dead father?" Blasts 2 Eldritch at one here and one here.
Alright, go for it.
First one. 23
Definitely hits.
and 21.
Both hit.
Alrighty. First one takes 4. Second one takes 8. They're too far away to do my other stuff, so for the moment, Devlin's just going to get ready, because he has a feeling the Lady of Pink is going to have some rustiness to shake off. So that's it for now.
Got it. Perfect. So, yeah, easy enough. You just kind of quick fire a few bolts as these beams of eldritch energy fly towards the wormlings, hitting both of them kind of broad-chested. Obviously, both of them still up, but maybe just a smidge bit angrier than they were. Omeris, you were up, followed by 3 drakes, and then Albus.
Oh, lovely. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna just crack my knuckles and say, finally, with my element. And cast at 3rd level, Call Lightning.
Okay.
Down upon... Sadly, they aren't bunched up together like I was hoping, but this will hopefully bring at least one of them down. This boy... wrong thing. Strike it down at this boy over here.
Which one?
Directly on top of this guy.
Okay.
Alright, I believe he needs to make a dex save of 14.
He misses with a 12.
And he takes the full 18 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Is that your turn?
I believe. Let me just. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. So the Drake here, he's gonna move kind of up just a little bit. Kind of look towards where the He's going to look towards the group. He is then going to not really fly up so far, but more just kind of get high enough off the ground that he's kind of hovering with front legs up, back legs off of the ground, and wings beating hard enough to keep himself lifted up. Let's see here. There. He's gonna move a little bit closer, so I need Mara, Muriel, and Raja make a Dex saving throw.
9.
13.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, DM. Total damage was 20, not 18.
Okay.
+2 for Terrence's aura. If you're within a certain footage of his.
I think
Is it 10 feet?
Eesh,
10, right?
I think it might be.
At this level, it's 10, I believe.
Is it? We'll
gets
go
up
with
to
it
30
because he's not here to confirm it.
Yeah.
Add 2 to the roll or 2 to armor class?
2 to the roll. Saving throws.
Oh, so 15.
So 9 then.
Alrighty. That's
Yeah, within 10 feet, you grant a +2 bonus to all saving throws while you're conscious.
You said 10 feet?
Yep, 10.
Okay.
I opened up his sheet.
Got it. Got it. Alright, so, I need to roll some damage. Alright, so, with your... Alright, so actually, with Mara, with your kimono being red, it actually works in your favor. Everyone else at this point would have a fire resistance. So if you... Mara, I think you're the only one that failed. You ended up with 10 points of fire damage. Raja and Muriel, you guys ended up with 5 total.
Are we rounding up or down? Because technically Muriel and I would only take a 4th, right?
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
have a
cutting,
racial ability.
for the sake of my math skills tonight, I'm just cutting the damage in half for resistance, not stacking resistance.
Understood.
Okay.
That would be his turn. Next, his buddy stays on the ground, rushes forward, is gonna take a couple bites. A 21, I'm assuming, would definitely bite Muriel.
You can try.
So that would be a total of 9 points of piercing damage.
Is he aiming for Muriel specifically?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, on that first bite.
Did he roll to bite me?
Yeah, 21.
I'm gonna shield.
Oh, okay. Which brings your AC to...
23.
Okay, so he does not bite you then. He does not bite you with the second bite either. So now we are on the third one. He is going to charge forward as well. So at this point, Albus, Maris, Devlin, Terrence make a dex save. Oh, and Raja.
Well, that was almost a natural 1, but it's a 14.
Alright, here it saves.
Soft 20.
18, soft 20 as well.
Okay, so it sounds like pretty much everybody has. Everyone made their save. Alright, so have that. I don't think anyone. Yeah, no one failed. So you guys all take a whopping. I know it's gonna be rough, guys. Only so many
Sorry,
Doritos. You
7?
guys take like 10 points of fire damage.
Oh my gosh.
Who takes that?
All of you that made the save, you're taking half of the. Oh wait, no, half of the half. So you're all getting hit with 5 points of fire damage.
So I take 2 because I see the attack coming, and I half the half.
My gosh.
Rogue!
In this episode, we learn about fractions.
Right, we did, yeah. Yes, yeah. Alright, so at
good.
this point, Albus, you're up. Muriel, you were next.
Mhm.
Followed by a dragon, and then Mara.
I'm gonna, with my free action, I'm gonna quickly shout. Are we doing back to back? Or are we scattering?
I feel like with the resistances we can take them.
All right.
Get them close together.
I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire at 5th level and just surround us.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Literally.
Okay.
So it's gonna be something like this right here.
This
gonna
tiny
be-
gnome just
Yeah, it's just I'm gonna take the phosphorus and just rub it, and I'm gonna spread my hands out and create a circle of just leaping 20-foot tall flames that will surround us, with the damage side going out. So
Oh wait,
That's
I
it.
think there might
So
actually be.
they have to make a Dex saving throw. Because each creature within its area must make a Dex saving throw. And if they make a save of 15, they'll take a half damage. Without it, they'll take full damage.
So how many? So it's what? It's so basically those two there need to make. You said it's a dex save.
Yeah,
What's
And
the
you said
DC?
15.
15. They both fell. One is a critical failure. What's the damage?
Ooh, 26.
26. Ooh, wow. So the one up top, he is going to suffer. Let's just have fun with it. We're gonna say he is going to suffer 52 points of fire damage.
talk about an opening salvo.
yeah,
Good
right.
job, Albus.
This one's
Dang.
26. Alright. Okie dokie. Give me a second, because I think I've got something for.
All hail the fire gnome.
Right.
Also, you said it's a mixture of black and red.
Oh no.
So
Which-
it's also opaque, so it should make it harder for them to see. Ooh, that's really
Does that
pretty.
incidentally make it harder for all of us to see too?
Oh, you guys should be able to. Well, let's see.
Can you- I had a question. Can you pick and choose who it hurts if we were to pass through it?
I think it's just a wall.
Yeah, I think it hurts you if you try to pass through it.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's only if you start your turn, or it's only if I believe if you start your turn or end your turn in it.
Well,
Oh no,
I
a creature takes the same damage if it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. But the other side of the wall deals no damage.
So you still take the damage if you go through it the first time.
Yeah,
Did you happen to take Careful Spell as a meta magic?
did not no.
Okay, I was just curious. Continue.
Could we get a little color thing just in the corner? Can we tell which ones are black and which ones are red?
Yeah, give me a second.
Which ones to not shoot fire at and which ones to absolutely. Unless
All right.
it's only.
I don't know why there's in their infinite wisdom, Roll20 did not add a black dot,
Oh, come on.
so the black ones are marked with blue.
Fancy.
That's a really pretty ring of flame.
That is
I
pretty
like it.
cool.
Yeah.
Because they can't even see what the three in
The Ring of
flame
Fire!
are, but yes, very pretty.
And because I can't reach the three inside the flaming circle there, those are black.
Oh, all of them?
Except the ones so you've got you've got the 3 red that are still kind of on the outskirts, and then you've got the 3 inside there that are black, and the 2 at the bottom are black.
Luckily, 2 of them are already where I want them.
Alright, Muriel, you're up. Alice, I'm assuming that was your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Alright, Muriel, you're up. Followed by a dragon, and then Mara, and then Terrence.
I glance over my shoulder at Mara, and I blow a strand of hair out of my face, and I say, "Oh, darling, it is so good to have you back." And I'm going to cast haste on her. And I will twin spell it, and I'll also hit Raja.
Okay.
Nice.
Mara and Raja,
Now,
you both have haste.
Remember, this comes at a cost. When it ends, you will be lethargic for a
What does haste
But-
do again?
You have a +2 bonus to AC, advantage on dexterity saves, and you have an additional action on your turn. You may only use it to attack with. Or dash disengage.
Okay.
I will cast the spell in VTT just for giggles. Just so I think you can see it. Hang on, let me find out. Do that. Where's the haste? Did it come through? It did not come through. I will copy and paste it into Discord.
There you go.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to quicken spell. Let me see what I want to do. I'm going to quicken spell Tasha's Mind Whip on the one closest to us.
Okay, the one that's like literally right on top of you that just tried to bite you?
Yeah. Yes, literally right in front of me.
Yeah.
And he's going to get... He has to make an intelligence save, please.
Alright. A 5 is not going to do it.
I'm afraid not.
No.
I rolled all ones on the damage, though, so there's
Aw.
that. He gets 3 psychic damage, and he can only move, attack, or bonus action. Or sorry, move, action, or bonus action. He only gets 1.
Got it.
And like I said, I'll put Hex in the thing, and that's my turn.
Alright. So, as the happenings happen, the red wormling here is going to... Boy, that's going to get rather annoying because I can't... let's move this back to the map layer. Oh, that's better.
Ooh.
As he runs up, he tries to get close enough to bite, but can't. And as he blows his fire against the wall of fire, you just watch as it kind of engulfs within and just kind of adds to this ever-flowing ring that's just kind of whirling around you.
Call Albus.
What's the matter? Squirrel's got your tongue?
And I will say that he is close enough. Albus, go ahead and make another damage roll for this mindless beast that has tried to run up on you.
Not as good, but 23.
23 is still 23.
Two.
Alright. Mara, you're up.
Okay, so
Welcome
she
up
kind
to the
of like,
jungle, Mara.
yes, she's gonna like kind of pull her shoulders back a bit, do the cold neck crack thing because she kind of feels the haste, and she looks over at Muriel. She's like, "It's good to be back," and she just waylays into the dragon in front of her.
All right, go for it.
You're gonna rage.
I don't know.
Not
Can
yet.
she?
I know that's gonna
Oh.
be.
I rolled a nat one.
Oh no. So,
Oh,
Mara,
it's good to be back.
welcome back.
It's so good to it's great to have you back, Mara.
As you
Whack-a-mole, here we go.
maybe
No.
should have stretched a smidge bit more as you come over the top of your head, missing the wormling in front of you, and burying the head of your hammer into the ground.
You have 2 more tries. You have 2 more tries.
I will say that you can use your next action to roll a strength check to see if you can actually dislodge it.
Did you get the hill giant strength belt put on?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
So what is a strength?
Yep.
Just a check? Okay. Let's do this one. A 2.
7 total.
Oh, poor Mara.
Okay,
I am not laughing at you, but that is common.
So, she is laughing at you as
No, I'm not.
She's laughing for you.
yes. So, Mara, from the state of you being unconscious for a few days, followed up by your group handing you this belt that you put on and just have this undescribable amount of strength now. Not only have you sunk your hammerhead deep into the ground, but you've sunk it so far that you can't quite get it out. You start it budges just the smallest amount, but it's not enough to let it loose. So with your third action, you can try again, or you can just try to punch a dragon.
Okay, so I don't know if I just didn't do this correct or what, but in my list of things it says I also have a Maul of Warning. Can I try and pull that out? And well, I guess pulling it out would be an action,
Correct.
so it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
I am
So you
going to
have 3
rage.
actions.
She's
You have
she's
3 actions.
really pissy.
She's used 2 of them.
Oh,
Yes. She's really pissy at this point. So she's going to rage and just try and
Yes.
punch this thing.
Do it.
Oh, okay, 17.
You just you just hit him. Yeah. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your unarmed strike damage.
It's just 6.
You know what?
That's all
Hey,
it is.
persistence is a virtue.
Oh yeah, so it's
Okay.
not even a roll, so it's like just a flat 6.
Straight 6. Yeah. I'm very disappointed.
So Mara, as you reel with this hammerhead and can't get it, you just throw your arms down to the side and just let out this just bellowing warrior scream. And you scream in the face of this wormling and just punch him. And as you do, you watch as several teeth fly out of his mouth and kind of engulf into the flame and disintegrate. And he is he's reared down to where he ain't doing too good. So, good job punching a dragon.
Well,
You
I guess
did it.
that was a better punch than I thought.
You bopped him on the nose.
So
Mega boot.
Is it like a shark where if you punch them they run away?
But yeah, pretty much. So Terrence he kind
a
of
bear.
moves over, and he is going
It's all.
to make a Where did his inventory go? There it is.
To be fair, if you punch anything in the nose hard enough, it'll run away.
That's fair.
Yes.
So he is going to take a swipe at said dragon to the south there, and he is going to hit him. And he is going to also add a... Where is his smite? Why does it have to be such a pain in the butt? Right.
Voy and Smitty.
And one plus one, two. So he is going to Divine Smite at third level.
Get it, Terrence.
So he needs to roll his damage.
It makes you feel better, Rachel. I did roll 3 damage out of 3d6 on that first attack.
So Terrence slices through the Drake that has run towards the bottom of the group, and like as he cuts through this thing, he manages to cut through his wing on the left side, completely cutting it off, and as it hits the flame, disintegrates and wraps around in the flame itself. And that Drake is up, but just barely. And he is going to go ahead and make his... Actually, Terrence is going to... No, we'll use longsword again. I'll wait for the next time. So he does hit again. He hits this one for 13 points. So, as Terrence kind of reels back, comes down and takes his second, he goes ahead and finishes the job by completely decapitating said little Drake. So he is dead. And as his body kind of crumples down, still within this whirl of wall fire, hits the ground, immediately begins to sear, and he, slowly over the course of a few minutes, his body is basically just completely burnt out. Okay, Raja is up, followed by 3 more Drakes, and then back to the top with Devlin.
Okay. Raja's going to pull out his javelin and... Hello. Why are you not pinging? He's going to throw it at the fire wormling that's south of the group here.
Okay, the one that's like 10 feet away from Terrence?
Yeah, for some reason my map is not pinging, but at least not on my screen.
Did you push the right button?
On the select the arrow one, because if you're on like
there we go.
Yeah.
So that one. So javelin does a 23 hit.
I would certainly hope so.
Okay. So rolling damage and expending the 46 additional lightning damage onto that Drake as well on top of this. So 7, and I'm just going to roll real dice for the lightning damage. And that's going to be 15 points of lightning damage, so 22 total.
Okay.
So as my second action, I'm going to pull out my great sword of life stealing. And I'm going to move up to the edge here and attack this guy. And as a bonus action, I am going to cast Booming Blade on my weapon. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. You've seen how long I take on turns.
Oh, nat 20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So let's roll the regular damage. That's okay. So 18, and we'll do 2d8 for the lightning damage. Or is it just one still?
It's
Does lightning damage
no,
get...
it's still one.
It's still just one. Okay, and that's going to be max damage of 8. So 26 points total for that Drake.
Okay.
Drake or Wormling?
Devlings, I think it's Wormling.
It's Wormling.
We've called them both.
I mean,
I don't know
they
what
are
that
dragons,
Overgrown lizards.
They're geckos.
right?
And I believe that was my third action.
Yeah.
Here's Bill, did you know that you could be saving on your car insurance?
Devlin, they might be here to give you boat insurance.
You probably need it with us, Dev, to be honest. I'm a fire hazard. Terrence is a bludgeon hazard.
All right.
Trust
So this one runs up, and he is going to get about as close as he can to the fire, and he is going to spit his nasty breath through the flames. This being acid, so it makes it through. So Terrence is making his dex save. He does not make it.
How long does haste last again?
I'm counting. It's supposed to count. You're on the seventh turn. Sorry, we're counting down from 10. We're on turn 7.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, so Terrence takes 31 points of acid damage.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Okie dokie.
You good there, Terrence?
He just kind of nods. I can't do a good Terrence voice.
That's okay. He can heal himself if he needs
That's
to.
right. Alright, so move it down. So this one, he is going to run up. Again, he's going to fire his fire breath. It envelops the wall of fire itself, and Albus, go ahead and make a damage roll for the wall of fire.
Okay. $36.
Ooh.
Dang.
Dang.
Nice.
Stars. Okay.
Alright, so he is definitely feeling that as the last one runs up. Kind of tries to do the same thing. Not exactly the smartest of
He's a little
creatures.
baby.
And actually, I'll save you some rolls. We will use the same fire damage there against that one as well.
Little baby.
And alright, we are back at the top. Devlin, Omaris, 2 Drakes, and then Albus.
My turn?
Well, Devlin first.
Oh, Devlin. Okay.
So the wormlings that are they inside the ring just enough, or are they trying to get through the ring and that's where they're taking the damage?
They are, so the ones that are, so from you, the 2 that are south of you that are still alive, they are just outside of it and have gotten close enough to where it would burn them. The 3 that are up top have kind of broken their way through, or were already there prior to it starting.
So if Devlin was to go up and say, smacked one of them, he wouldn't have to take that fire damage.
Correct.
He actually... Yeah, so he's going to shift to the south of up to here, the one that just came up, and as he approaches, he's just going to bring up the war pick and in Draconic say, "Oh, you're looking for a dance partner? I'll be a Huckleberry." As he says that last one, the Draconic takes a turn and he casts Hexblade's Curse on that last Drake, or that last Wormling.
Alrighty.
And what that gives me is, if I have advantage, I get a +4 bonus to damage, and I score crits on 19s now against this guy. So, time to go swinging. Oh! I don't think I need to roll a second one of those. I crit.
Yes.
I was
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Yep. So that war pick is going to go in. We'll do the first hit. Oh, this is going to be good. All right. 10, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21. 42 damage.
Is that before your sneak attack?
That's before the sneak attack, yeah. The sneak attack, or actually, hang on. No, it was 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. Total is 42 with everything, including the sneak attack.
Okay. Yeah.
46 with the +4 for Hexblade's Curse. And every Wormling within 30 feet of Devlin,
Which is all of them.
need to make a Charisma saving throw,
Okay.
DC 19.
Nope, just one outside of it. You said a charisma save?
Yes.
All right, so-
As the war pick goes in and Jormungandr's ancient dragon roar rips through the entire village.
Get
Should I
it.
do these after all? Let's see, how many have I made? I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm done. Okay. And you said the DC is 19?
19, because I am proficient in intimidation.
None of them make it. 2 of them critically fail.
All right. They are all frightened of Devlin.
Okay. So as you... Well, so first, let's cover this. The one that you hit for the 46, how do you want to do this? And then with the rest of them, they have visualized what has happened. And yeah, they are definitely frightened of you.
So as the war pick will go in, and he says that, I imagine that as Jormungandr's roar rips out, it literally... a cascade of water comes out and blows the Wormling's neck off, just blows it away. And all the Wormlings just see this essence of an ancient dragon just blast one of them into oblivion.
Got it. Love it.
Dang.
I have... Oh, wait, no. It's... The other one's more than 5 feet away, so I can't use my secondary attack because it has to be 2 attacks in the same action to use my Thirsting Blade. So unfortunately, I can't take that second action against the other one.
Talking about the one that's to the left of Rod. Oh, because were you up a block when you attacked, or were you where you're at now?
I was right there, so it would have been
Oh, got it.
just out of range. But he's just going to turn, look, and just now with a bloodied, sea dripping war pick, just turn and just point it. And in Draconic, smiling, you. And that's my turn.
Got it. All right. So that one is dead.
By the way, Brandon, I apologize. I forgot.
And I heal 7 HP.
Okay.
When I critted with the great sword, I should have also dealt 10 points of necrotic damage. I forgot about that.
Because you have the Dragon Slayer?
No, I have the Life Stealer.
All right. Well, let's.
Sword, who dis?
We will retroactively add that one, and
Sorry about that.
it actually is enough that it has also killed that one.
Cool.
So then I look at the one facing Mara and pretty much say, you.
All right.
That was probably some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like pointing with the warpick and saying "you" should just be like an intimidation.
It should,
check.
yeah. With that,
They are terrified of Devlin. Sorry, frightened. Terrified is a separate condition.
That's right.
Terrified, they would be running, actively running.
The one that's just to the top of Mara and Muriel, he tries to take a bite and misses. He, at this point, is going to try to get out of the fire. So, Albus, go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, gotta pull it back up. So ones and twos, 22.
Alright, 22. So, as he makes his way out of the flames, he kind of gets almost this galloping step to his kind of hitching his giddy up, if you will. Wings stretch out, begins to flap, and he takes off, heading north. From kind of what you can see, he breaks through the canopy of the trees, and that is the last that you see of him. Albus is up, followed by Muriel.
Wait, hold on. Shouldn't people have gotten an opportunity attack on that?
Actually, yes. Yes, you should have. So Raja, Raja, Mara, and Muriel, all three of you would have gotten a attack of opportunity. So if you would like to roll to hit, thank you, Omirs.
I have a dagger. I rolled a 10 to hit.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
11.
Mara?
Nothing. 11, I think, is what I rolled.
That doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Devlin, I'm gonna need you to give me lessons. Do
Right.
you hold it like this? Like how do we
All right. How about a 19?
A 19 will hit.
Okay. And that's going to be 12 more points of damage.
Okay, so not quite enough to take him down as he does the things that I described and takes off.
Okay.
Alright, so Albus.
I am going to see this one's head kind of poking through as he's kind of in the middle of the ring of fire. And so I'm going to just put my finger at him with two fingers. And I'm going to cast Magic Missile at him at second level. So 4, it just goes poof, 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 poof 4 times, automatically hitting him for 3, 5, 9, And 13 points of damage.
Very nice.
And I'm going to look over at Mara and give her some bardic inspiration and say, "Woman of Red, back from the dead, here to crush some dragon heads. Go put these worms to bed."
What's the okay, so what would the inspiration be by itself?
It would be a D6,
Right.
I believe. Let me double check that.
Because that was amazing. Mara, you're gonna get a D12 of inspiration.
Wow.
Nice.
All right. Muriel is up, followed by the wormling that is very hurt after taking his what I consider basically like 4 quick revolver shots to the chest. I just picture Albus just being like bam, 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 and it just
Yeah.
Like an old Western gunslinger.
yeah, that's exactly how I picture that happening.
I
Guys, fingers
when I
go.
when I looked over to Mara and said that, then I just got.
Mara swoons. She comes out of her rage for a hot second.
I mean, is there fire around here? Or is it hot here? Or is it just me?
The Ring of Fire.
Ring of fire.
Yes.
Ring of fire.
Thank you, deeper voices in the chat. I am going to. Where is it? Okay, so haste is concentration. I can't do anything super fun, but I can certainly do something. I am going to mind sliver the one directly to my east,
Okay.
and that's a cantrip, but it needs to make an intelligence save nonetheless.
Alrighty. Ooh, I'm rolling bad tonight. A 5 does not do it.
It does not. So it takes 2d6. I almost rolled max. I rolled 11
Nice.
damage. Psychic. And it has to subtract a d4 from its next saving throw. So I'm setting it up for somebody else to knock down. Pay
Well,
attention.
11 was enough to subtract his HP to 0, so
Okay.
he
Well
be,
then,
he be dead.
Yeah.
good. I give him a splitting headache.
You do.
Literally.
Didn't.
And
Rise of a migraine. Wow.
yes.
Right?
Yes. What a way to go. That I'll quick. I will, as a bonus action, actually move some slots into sorcery points.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Mara, you are up.
Okay, so at this point, she's very frustrated with herself. So she's going to take an action to grab her Maul of Warning and get as close to the wall without like actually touching it and try and like swing at the one that I'm right next to. basically.
Okay. So make attack at disadvantage. Since you're swinging through fire and trying not to burn yourself.
It was a 17 either way.
Okay, a 17 just hits. So you manage to kind of just get your arm through there and smack this thing.
For 14 damage.
Okay, and is that your plus? Is that adding your +3 from rage?
Oh, no, 17.
Okay.
And then do I get
Oh yeah,
one more?
yeah. You've got what? One more because haste is down
Still
now,
up.
right?
It's so I've been corrected on how that timing runs. It's 10 rounds.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So taking
Yeah.
my maul out was 1, hitting was 1. So do I get one
Yeah,
more?
you got one more.
Okay. Well, she's
And
coming
reminder,
to
you
me
have a
again.
+2
Oh,
to your
oops.
AC.
Sorry, hold on. That was
And inspiration.
Yes.
how's 28?
28 definitely hits.
Oh
Good.
yes,
It feels so good.
feels so good. 19.
19 more.
19 points. Yeah,
Nice.
she probably would do that. By the way, just like, oh yes, it feels so good.
Right? That's how I
Eyes
picture
red.
it.
Eyes red, veins in her head bulging out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so yeah, you take your swings, connecting through the flames, and as you do, Terrence he just kind of looks over and gives you a smile, and he says, "I also learn new tricks." As you watch Goldie put his sword on his back and stretch out his hands, firing 2 gold beams of Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Ooh.
He needs practice. He missed both of them.
Goblin rolls his eyes.
You know, a good job. Good try.
Maybe you and me need to just like practice.
Maybe so. Alright, so that's going to be Terrence. Raja, you were up.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of mosey on down here. As I do, I recall the javelin with my primary hand, and I'm gonna throw it at this guy.
Alright.
And as a bonus action, I am going to cast Booming Blade on it. Oh, so close. 27.
That hits.
All right, so that plus the D8, so 14 points total.
Alright.
And does recalling the javelin count as an action, or?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Maybe it's a
Okay.
bonus action to recall. Action and then bonus action
It
recall.
might be, yeah. So at that point, if you're trying to draw it back to throw it again as your second action, that wouldn't work.
I was going to say I was anticipating it counting as an action, at which point I was just going to recall it once more and as a prep for the next round if it makes it that far.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to use that next action to call it back, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've got nothing else I can really do, so nothing that would be super effective anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do. Just call it back once more and prep for my next attack.
Okay, got it. So the drakes are up. The one here, he does not make his recharge. So he's going to take a snap at Mara, missing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he misses. Albus, roll your wall of fire damage.
19.
All right. So, as the dragon is now angry, and not dragon, wormling, sorry, as he kind of snaps through the flame that has been eating away at him, finally gets him, and he succumbs to his fiery wounds as he manages to burn his own face off, basically. I'm thinking I'm thinking Indiana Jones. Felt face melting just as he tries to get through.
Raiders of the Lost
Yep.
Ark. Nice.
Mara makes a face at it.
The one that is below, he is gonna try, and he does also not recharge his. He is going to take his snap. Let's see, at disadvantage. 16 does not hit Mara either. We're going to simplify it and give him 19 points of damage. The other Drake here, he is going to do the same thing as the other one, as he kind of turns tail, begins to gallop away, starts flapping his wings, and is able to...
Wait, can I have an attack of opportunity?
The one that's down here, so he's not close enough.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
Hey,
you were
DM,
talking about this.
did I
I
get
didn't even see
skipped?
that one.
Yeah, I got skipped earlier.
I think I might have skipped you earlier. I think you are right.
Ah,
Okay, well, we are at the top of the order, but for this one, I'm gonna flip Omaris and then Devlin since I missed it. Luckily, we're coming right back up to the top anyway.
yeah. All right. I'm gonna use at 4th level call lightning on him on the dragon.
Okay.
He does need to make a. Oh wow, that is a lot of damage. That would be. He needs to make a dex save of. Oh, what was it again? 14.
He does make it with an 18.
So it's
He has
half.
disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Or sorry, no, it's not a saving throw. Sorry, it is not
Oh.
a disadvantage on saving throws.
okay.
Sorry.
So that means because the total damage would have been 38, so half that.
19.
All right.
19 points. So as you watch from the canopy of trees kind of splitting it as this lightning bolt just jolts down and just smacks on this drake and pushes him to the ground, and if you've ever watched someone that's done a ton of push-ups, you get to that point where you hit muscle failure and your arms really start to shake as you get yourself up. That's where he is, trying to push himself back up. So he is just barely hanging on.
What's the matter, overgrown lizard? You shocked?
And with that, I believe, Devlin, you were up.
So I'm guessing the one that flew away to the north is already well out of range.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, both of it takes no time for them to get well out of range. Probably within about a minute of takeoff, they're gone.
So all that's left is the wormling immediately to the south.
Yeah.
So was that the one that Omaris shocked? The
Yeah.
one down here?
Yep, that's the one.
So Devlin is going to shift forward, just locking eyes with it, and he's not going to bother trying to swing through. He's just going to pass into the abyss. Eldritch Blast twice.
Alright, go for it.
It's going to be a 24 on the first one, and an 18 on the second.
So, both hit, and unless you can roll a negative damage, he's dead.
Oh, free action. I'm sorry to kill Steel tomorrow. But
Alright, perfect. So, yeah,
two blasts.
so as Devlin kind of makes his way to the bottom there and fires kind of around Mara, I'm picturing in my head kind of that Mr. and Mrs. Smith moment where they're firing kind of like through each other's arms back and forward. As both shots hit the wormling kind of center mass, dropping it to the ground.
Mara, how tall are you?
5'2",
5 foot?
5'3".
A little over 5 foot.
Okay. If I can do one flavor,
Yeah, go for it.
the very first time I ever played tabletop, I played someone short, and he kept being in the way of the caster. So every so often, the caster would just point over and say, "Don't move," and then blast right past their head. Mara, don't move. It's the twin Eldritch blasts of seawater would just blast right by your head on both sides. Just pew.
She was just about to turn around and be like, "Why?"
What? Oh, that's great.
There you go.
And then she sees those and she's like, "Oh, that's why."
Let's see. What is this?
I zoned out for a minute. Did I hear one of them fly out of range?
Yeah.
Fly away?
Two of them did.
Yeah, two of them did. One of them didn't even get damaged.
I don't like that.
He would have if I didn't have my turn skipped.
That's fair.
Because like the thing has a 5 foot radius, so he would have been caught in the radius. Right.
How fast can they move? I've got some spells that could do distance.
If they dash, that's 120 right off the bat.
I have 150 range Hunger of Hadar.
I have 240 foot Eldritch Blast.
I have 120 foot call lightning.
I think at that point, Albus may have been the
And
only one.
And
possibly-
300 foot control water.
You guys
It
would just be
may-
wasting your spell slots at that point if they're flying away.
It may be thematic, but I don't want them to leave and tell whoever sent them what we are up to.
I would say
Well, there
for the stake of
It's a 300 foot insect plague.
just, I don't know, thinking it through maybe. If someone sent them there, they already know you're there.
Fair.
This is just the survivors literally in one case, limping back on a thread.
Then wouldn't it make more of a impression if they didn't make it back at all?
Well, we weren't fast enough.
I assume there's a puddle where the one that didn't get damaged was standing.
No.
No
Probably
puddle?
would.
I would assume there's a puddle.
No.
One could assume.
fail.
He seems pretty scared.
Nah, he was just observing.
Ah.
Evan will just snap his fingers and send his war pick back to Gander for a moment.
I dropped the fucking fire.
Mara's going to take a deep breath and come out of rage, and then turn to Devlin and be like, "I don't play that game with you. I only care for Raja, so you're good." And I go and I
Oh.
try and get my warhammer out of the freaking ground.
Roll me a strength check.
I'm just
Mara,
watching.
you didn't lose control.
I was going to say I was watching Mario.
How's a 15?
A 15, you are able to successfully retrieve your hammer from said dirt.
I just I angrily grab it and I just go, "Ugh," and I get it out and put it back on my back. And I'm like, okay, all is well with the world.
Mara,
Yes?
You didn't.
you didn't lose control.
Oh. Wait, you're right. Did we really do it? Well, I didn't do anything. Muriel, did we really do it? Did you really do it?
I think we did.
Yay!
I didn't break you. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, you have no idea the anguish that has caused me. Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's not you. It's... Never mind. I'm glad you're okay. You
does
really
that
had me
mean?
worried.
I know. I'm sorry.
Let's talk some other time.
Okay.
As the conversation finishes, a certain air of silence kind of now lays over the island as the villagers begin to poke their heads out of their tents and coming from behind the gates. And Tristna leaves her tent, approaching the group. Well, that was certainly entertaining. But I must say, for all of our sakes, I think it's time for you people to leave.
Oh.
Hey DM, how big is the skull of these little dragon things?
Which little, probably about the size, maybe a little bigger than a football.
Would one be able to wear the skull of one as a helm?
If you had a tiny head,
Hey, Alves, you want another helm?
Nope, better duck to Cubone now.
Right?
When
Alves, you want another helm?
I think the one I got will be plenty fun. Oh man, I forgot to wear it too. That would have been.
when Trista asks us to leave, Raja kind of puts an arm over both Terrence and Mara and is just like, "Are either of you having some deja vu?"
It seems we like to get kicked out of everywhere we go, doesn't it?
Look up at Raja, and I'm like, no, I don't know. Please don't touch me.
So, as the group slowly begins to gather their belongings, I would say at this point that, and let me make sure that I'm right on this.
I'd be able to take acid from the black dragon corpses.
Make a nature check to see if you can get.
Oh, you've got to be joking me! Oh no!
Nat 1.
Oh, it's a nat 1, isn't it?
Gosh, dang it! My dice hate me today.
So as you try to get the acid out, maybe in your haste, maybe it's just that you haven't spent enough time doing it. You managed to not only not collect it, but you managed to spill some on your hand, burning you for 6 points of acid damage.
Oh, man.
Actual damage, oh no.
Yeah, right. So at this point, I would say, as the group begins to head back kind of to the respective tents that you stayed in the previous night to gather your gear.
We'll stay outside.
Omaris, you feel kind of the same beckoning call that you did the night prior with the conversation that you had had. And I would say at that point, maybe even without a word, I'll leave it up to you. But what form do you take in wild shape as you depart from the group? And do you have anything to tell them before you leave?
I would like to approach the group and say, I'm proud to have called you all friends. However, my order has called me back, as I was only to gather information. Information I have gathered. Holds up the dagger and says, in fact, I think I've collected a little more than just information. I must say, I will cherish the memories we've made here today and yesterday. It has been a joy adventuring with all of you, but I must leave.
It's been a pleasure to know you, Amaris.
I look forward
If
to...
If you ever get a tickle in the back of your head, it's me.
All right. I'll be looking out for that. I wish you all the best of luck on your adventure. If you have any new information about the dragons, please be sure to message me.
Oh, you're welcome to join us anytime you feel like it.
Now,
Thank you
I
for
must...
helping us with all of this, Amaris.
A fine
My
warrior.
pleasure.
Tips his hat to him.
Now, I should probably be headed off now. And he turns into a falcon and... No, actually, no, a pigeon and flies away.
I love it. All right, perfect. Well, that is where we will end tonight's episode. If you joined us on Twitch this evening, thank you so much for watching. It has been a blast. Come join us on the Holy Rollers Facebook page. Catch up on all the YouTube videos. Like and subscribe and all that other stuff that I hate saying because it just sounds awful. But it helps. We enjoy knowing that we enjoy knowing that people watch. We hope that it's maybe just a smidge bit more wholesome than some of the others. We still like to have fun, but that doesn't mean you have to be, vile about it. So until next week, we will see you then. Have a great week. God bless, and we'll see you next time.